Everybody, it's your boy at Big Game James _36 here with Greg McGarity, and this is our weekly update, a little early, with the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl presented by Toyota. It's 80th year, 80. It's twice my age. I'm 40 this year, but a lot is going on. What are some of the things that we should be expecting with the 80th year of the Gator Bowl?
Well, a lot of excitement surrounding that game, and it just talks about the strength and the historical standpoint of our bowl game in the bowl world. And we're very proud of that. And a lot of legacy names have played in the last 80 games. We've got so many wonderful people, big names in college football that have played in our games. And we're going to highlight that, kind of have an 80-day countdown as we get closer to the game. But we know with the expansion of the SEC and the ACC, it's going to present some different challenges ahead, which will be exciting for everyone. And perhaps, who knows, we may have some of those new members playing in our game this year.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'm a member that actually played in the game. Had a great time as well. Scored technically two, only one counted, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully one day I'll get inducted into the Gator Bowl Hall of Fame like my teammate Leon Washington. But we do have a date though. And do we have a time for that?
We have a time. We have a great date. Actually, it's going to be January the 2nd, a Thursday at 7:30 on ESPN. And James, the great thing is it's the only college football game that day. So all eyes will be on us on prime time on the 2nd, and just very excited about that time.
We talked about 80 years, and we're going to do later up 80 days. But what are some names that have played in this game that people kind of can just? Because I was in awe at some of the big time college football names who have been associated with this game.
Well, so many go back through the years as far as Archie Manning, Pat Sullivan. You've got individuals that have been great players. Archie Manning played in the game, and Peyton Manning played as well. Peyton Manning played the year that the game was in Gainesville due to the renovation of the stadium here. And you've got Lamar Jackson has played in this game recently. I mean, you go down the list, and great coaches. Woody Hayes has coached in this game. Vince Dooley. Bobby Bowden's last game was played here. But you've got a litany of individuals that you would never think. Tom Coughlin played in this game for Syracuse.
Oh, wow.
So there's a local connection there, and you'll see some of these things emerge that probably people had never heard about or was not aware of until we basically have gone back and dug through the history books and have really come up with some interesting things that I think will really pique everyone's interest.
I did not know about Peyton Manning. That's very interesting, but it's a great segue because you said he actually, Tennessee guy, had to play the Gator Bowl in Hogtown, in Gainesville, which probably was, I'm sure he was very welcomed in the city at that time. But
well, it's the first time Peyton Manning had won a game in Gainesville.
That's a very, very much so Steve Spurrier-esque right there. Like that's something that's. But right now we have some new things on the horizon here in Jacksonville and talking about stadium renovation. So what updates do we have for that?
Well, the great news is the city council passed the stadium expansion plans, which will basically kick off in the 28th season.
What are some of the things that will disqualify a team from playing in the Gator Bowl?
Well, you need to avoid playing the game for the last 2 years. So that takes out Notre Dame and South Carolina, takes out Kentucky and Clemson. Also, you want to avoid rematches of games that you had this year or possible matchups that would be in 2025 in those seasons. So you've got some dynamics working there to where you just don't want to have repeat games. You don't want to wear people out with coming to Jacksonville or Orlando or Tampa year after year after year, unless you're in the college football playoff. It's a little bit different dynamic there. So I think that provides some opportunities and maybe some newness to our game.
So that means we won't have a rematch of Florida-Miami, but we could have Florida or Miami in the game. They just won't be playing each
Absolutely.
other. And another example would be you could have Florida State or, luckily, we would love to have Alabama here.
Right.
But you won't have those two playing each other
Correct.
because they're more than likely playing each other in the
Yes.
kickoff the 2025 season.
Yep.
A lot of interesting things. 80th year. 80 years young. A lot of history, and hopefully we'll continue to make history as the college football landscape continues to move forward and continue to change. And make sure during the season you come get that good information from Greg, like so that you can be more informed about one of the greatest bowls to ever be played annually, and that's the Gator Bowl. That's the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl presented by Toyota. I'm Big Game James. See you guys later.